Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm here today to do my July wrap-up. I got through 9 books this month, and actually probably could have squeezed in another one because I'm filming this today on the 23rd of the month because some of the books in my pile here have to go back to the library, so I just wanted them for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. One of the first books I finished this month was Under the Never Sky by Veronica Rossi. This is a debut novel by the author. It is YA dystopian / apocalypse / sci-fi fantasy. There was so much going on in this book, and I adored every minute of it. I loved the characters of Arya and Perry. I loved the pacing of the book. The world building was fantastic. The writing style. It was one of my favorite books I've read. I've also got a review I've already posted on my channel, and I'll put links to several of these down below in the little doobly-doo there, so you can watch the whole thing. But I gave this one 5 stars. A similar kind of plotline to that one was Breathe by Sarah Crossan. This is also a YA dystopian. I'm not certain if it's a debut novel. I know she has another book out, and I forgot if that one came out prior to this one. But it's along the same lines, a world devastated, people living in pods. This one follows 3 main characters. It shifts points of view between the 3. It's kind of similar to the other book, Under the Never Sky, which shifted between 2 main characters. Where this Under Never Sky succeeded, this one kind of fails. The world building was really great. The 3 main characters were great. It just kind of fell through for me on the plot. It just didn't seem to really go anywhere. And then the ending just sort of dropped off. So it just seemed to be missing basically entirely. There is a continuation to this. I'm not so certain I'm going to continue with it, but we'll see. Yeah, this one kind of like fell a little bit short by comparison, so I only gave this one 3 stars. The next book I read was Hillserpent Academy by Richard Denney. I also posted a review for this one. This one is a really interesting character of Owen Davenforth. He's a pharaoh, full-blooded witch. We learn about witch heisters, which are like witch hunters. They were really creepy characters. Good character development, interesting world. The only drawback to this one, which I forgot to mention in my review, was it had a little bit of insta-love in there, which is not my favorite thing, but being such a short book, I think he just felt he had to kind of rush things a little bit. But other than that, really good read. I gave this one 4 stars. Then I listened to this one in my car. It's Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin. Again, I posted a review for this one as well. This one was kind of a strange world. Girl dies, goes to sort of this heaven known as Elsewhere, where people age backwards. I thought, well, that's kind of intriguing, but then the way the plot was going, characters kind of falling for each other, but then they're aging backwards to being kids. I didn't think that quite worked with her idea. Yeah, it was just kind of weird kind of concept for it. And then when she threw in a mermaid, kind of near the end of the book, as if she wanted to sort of like, hey, let's make this sort of paranormal. Here's a mermaid for you. It was just so out of the blue. It was like, I felt like it just ran into a wall, and I was like, huh? No. It had a promise, but then it just sort of fell through. That just killed it too. So I only gave that one 2 stars. Then I read Pandemonium, book 2 in the Delirium trilogy by Lauren Oliver. This one, again, it was really interestingly told. It takes the main character, Lena, splits her timeline into 2, running them parallel to each other. So you have the same character, but in 2 different parts of her time. And there's action and lots of like surprises that come up in both parts of it. And it was really interesting. It was an interesting way to tell the story instead of making it just so linear and kind of one-dimensional. It just almost seemed like you're reading 2 stories, but again, 1 main character. I thought there was a lot more action, more interest, a bit of a predictable cliffhanger, but nonetheless enjoyable. And I actually enjoyed this one more than Delirium. So people who thought book 1 was a little slow, I think you'll enjoy book 2. So don't give up on the series. I gave this one 5 stars. And last is kind of a group of graphic novels called Locke and Key, and these are the first 4. I'll show them individual to you in a minute. I first found out about the series by watching Danny Marks' channel, and it just sounded really intriguing. This is by Joe Hill, of horror fame, and Gabrielle Rodgriguez is the artist, and they are just beautifully illustrated. It tells the story of Key House, an unlikely New England mansion, with fantastic doors that transform all who dare to walk through them, and home to a hate-filled and relentless creature that will not rest until it forces open the most terrible door of them all. So yeah, gothic-y, creepy, Beautiful illustrations. Yeah, it's just wonderfully done. Really held my interest in it. There is a book 5, which I'm not sure if it's completely been released yet or not. But I've only been able to find the first 4 at the library. And these are the ones I have to return. So this is book 1. I gave this one 4 stars. This is book 2, entitled Head Games. In each book, a new key is revealed. And its abilities and stuff. This one I also gave 4 stars to. Book 3 was my favorite. This is Crown of Shadows. The concept of this one was really cool, and just to give you an idea kind of why, this one has a lot of these full page or full panel illustrations in it that were just wonderful. There's a really cool story in this one. This one I gave 5 stars. And book 4. This one I also gave 4 stars to. The only thing that bothered me about book 4, and it kind of hits you right away because it's almost like in the beginning pages, is for some reason, and I don't understand why, the illustrator chose to portray Bodhi, the young character, and actually some of the other ones in there with it, almost in Calvin and Hobbes-like illustrations. Compared to the rest of the graphic novels, these drawings don't fit the rest of the book. You can kind of tell by the eyeballs, you know, the round circles. That's just, this is the way the character usually looks. So I don't understand the purpose of that. It just doesn't really seem clear to me. But other than that, the storyline's good and the rest of the illustrations are good. Definitely, if you're into graphic novels, or if you want to kind of try your hand at them, this is a really good series to try. Overall, I'd say I give the whole series so far a categorical 4 stars. So definitely worth picking up. Yeah, that's all I have for you this month. So, yeah, what am I reading currently? Oh, I'm reading Croak currently by, I've forgotten the author. But anyway, that's all I have for you now. So, hope you enjoy. I hope you find something that sounds interesting to you, you'll pick up and read. And happy reading. Thanks for watching.